All right, we've learned something then. We've learned that there are weird creatures that live in trees and look like hummingbirds. Uh, but they haven't noticed us yet. They haven't attacked us or anything.
They at least haven't taken any noticeable action towards you yet, but you also haven't gotten in the ring of iron or uh, sort of gone in and disturbed them. You know, you're
Well,
keeping your distance. Uh,
I wonder what would happen if we tossed a rock in the middle of the flower field. We
Uh,
would find out if they were aggressive or not. Hmm.
I mean, it's 500 yards across, so
Yeah.
um,
Oh, okay. No, we're observing. I
yeah,
can move observing for another little while. See if we can come up with any good ideas based on their behavior.
yeah. So let's stay away from that tree.
Yeah. Let's observe from the opposite side of the ring.
Yeah, the same side we arrived. So
Yeah.
all right, so you're gonna go back to where you sort of arrived and retreat back. What distance do you want between you and the ring?
Well, we
100
were saying
feet.
okay.
Well, 100 feet. But we'll want someone, say, let's say, Blixen's already crept up. I don't mind staying close. I'll keep an eye out for those humming humming spiders, and by sound mostly, I guess. And I just want to see if the humming diminishes as the sun goes down.
Ah, yes. So the party sort of retreats and sort of relaxes and keeps a careful watch for a little bit. And as the light begins to fade and the purple haze fills the sky, um, the the humming spiders, as the light gets dimmer, do indeed start leaving the ring and the flowers, flying en masse at times to the large skeletal black tree on the north side of the Iron Ring, until the sound of humming has all died down and sort of an eerie quiet fills the air.
Okay. So it does sound like they're what's the word? Diurnal. So I think now if it's quiet, I think we should go and investigate more closely.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's stay mindful of the fact that these hummingbirds drink dripping red liquid out of flowers, and that we also drip red liquid.
Yeah, and we don't want to wake them up. So I think our exploration should be a little bit quiet.
Uh,
Um,
Zach,
Yes.
um, would I recognize any of these flowers by chance with my narco herbalism?
Ooh.
It's not botany, but there's a chance
There's a
I
chance.
might
I mean,
know.
you probably know more about plants than the rest of us.
Yeah, go ahead and make a thought check. So it looks like your thought is 1 and your narco herbalism is would give you a 1, so you can make a roll 1d20 plus 2 to see if you can recognize in your
Hmm,
things.
I got a 9.
Yeah, so as Gromack is sort of examining, uh, you're you're uh, you're getting close to the ring and examining these flowers to see what you can tell.
Yeah,
All right.
as we're starting to move in.
Yes. So Gromack has never seen flowers like these, but they have sort of pale pink leaves and stems, and uh, with dark red veins running through them. And as Gromack sort of bends down to examine one, you realize that the liquid dripping from them is indeed blood. So you have found a ring of bloodflowers, or a field of bloodflowers inside this iron ring.
I was thinking rust, you know? Should have known better.
I mean,
do
as
we know
soon as
how
they were like
they-
oozing red and terrible humming spiders were feeding on them, I was like, oh no, those are fucking blood flowers. That's
Are you
100%
saying
what
that,
that is.
you have found a field of bloodflowers where vampiric humming spiders dwell? Or feast?
Indeed.
One, I am sure it's blood. It's not like red sap. Like I am sure it. I'm willing to taste it at this point.
Okay,
It
okay.
is
I believe
it
you.
is
I believe
indistinguishable from human blood. It may not technically be human blood, but it's got that same like irony
It-
taste.
That
And
the irony taste would be good
and
enough for Gromack.
and it's the right consistency and texture. So
Okay, we
whether or
believe-
not it's functionally identical to human blood, it is close enough that human blood could be substituted for it.
I will then turn to the rest of the party and be like, these are blood flowers. Like not like some kind of funny name or just like red sap and people. No, that's actually blood coming from them. So I don't think we're gonna find our quarry alive. We might find him drained.
Oh.
Because they're not drinking nectar.
No. So, And do you have any further knowledge about blood flowers and how to destroy them and or anything like that?
I'm pretty sure if you pull them up by the root, you kill them.
An awful lot of blood flowers. So, do you think we might get all those flying spiders out if we start pulling things?
It is an awful lot of them because it's this 500-yard ring of iron, and they just seem pretty thick in this entire ring up until the middle where there's another iron something that might be maybe like 10 feet in diameter.
I mean, I guess the way that I would get blood out of somebody else is to stab them. So I guess we could stab the flowers.
That makes sense.
But I was just thinking, is the danger more the flowers or the flying spiders? Because if the flowers are just sitting there, maybe we could walk to the middle and they wouldn't disturb us. But if the flying spiders are the ones we got to watch out for. But if these are kind of carnivorous blood flowers who attack people, that wouldn't work.
Ooh, so both Blixum and Gromack have come relatively close to these now, and the flowers haven't really like moved like they're able to maneuver on their own. They seem rooted in place. They blow in the breeze, but they don't seem to move on their own. So you don't suspect that they're gonna like rip up and like walk towards you or be ambulatory, or you haven't seen any sign that they have like serrated leaves or anything. They just have these strange pink fleshy leaves and these crimson flowers. But they otherwise seem, aside from having blood for sap, for the vampiric humming spiders to drink, they seem mostly like flowers.
It's a carefully balanced in the iron ring.
Well, whatever this device does, I guess its presence here seems to be associated with the flowers, since, ring of iron, flowers inside. Maybe this is a way of, you know what? I'm not sure we should get rid of these flowers, because if so, then the only blood around is us.
Well, yes, and I don't. If the flowers aren't going to try and suck our blood, I think maybe we can slip through the field while those spiders are asleep, and they won't disturb, and the flowers won't disturb us, won't attack us, and we can do our investigation and get out before morning when the spiders wake up.
That seems reasonable.
Assuming that that's their usual schedule.
I do have a, like I said, a solar lamp, so I should be able to light our way. Maybe I can wrap it in some cloth to dim the light a little bit.
Okay, so we're going to go with the light and carefully work our way to the center. Can we see if it's a ring or a structure or a center rusty bit?
It is definitely rusty. You're going to need to traverse, especially since it's dark now. You're going to need to traverse and be fairly close to it before.
Yeah. And it's not like there are paths, clear paths that are worn through the flowers, right? We're just gonna have to
No.
machete through.
You're gonna have to. You might not. It's they're only about knee high. You probably don't have to machete
okay.
through, to get through. But you potentially, if you're not gonna try and step on a bunch,
We can
you won't.
work our way without cutting them down or stepping on them too much. Is
You'll
what you're
probably step
saying?
on a few, but you can make it. You can pick your way through carefully. Step where the other members of your party have stepped and so forth.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea because if we squish any of them and the blood leaks out, we might wake up our friends in the tree.
Yeah, I guess if the flowers bleed, maybe they hurt also.
No, I was thinking more of the smell, oh my goodness, there's all that extra blood being spilled out in our pasture, and that might disturb them. But they might,
Sure.
well, didn't we see they look like a lot like flowers, so they wouldn't be able to scream, would they? I mean, no lungs, vocal cords.
Maybe that's not how they send signals, though.
No. Anyway, that's what I think I would suggest. We work our way through the flowers as carefully as possible to the center so that we can examine it.
Yes, let's do it. Go.
All right. So what I'll like is for everyone to make a agility check. Difficulty is going to be 8. If you had
I am not agile.
if you had a good skill, you can make a
Agility.
I mean, I would make the argument that if I am good at surgery, I should be fairly agile.
I don't think I've got a lot of agility.
I don't know that surgery maps well to picking your way carefully through a field of flowers, though.
I think it should. But I guess 16 anyway.
Ooh, look at that! Everyone is able to carefully pick your way through, breaking like you definitely would step on a few flowers, but you don't break a lot. Potentially even people looking from the edge of the ring wouldn't necessarily be able to tell what you got. You can see as you get in the middle of there's this rusted iron circle like plate set in the ground here, and in the middle of the plate is a rusted iron hatch.
Ah.
Closed or open?
It is currently closed.
And there's no sign around here of our missing explorer. No bones, no camp, no nothing, just a closed hatch. Okay.
Just a
I think
closed
Does
hatch.
does it look like it's been recently opened? Like the rust could have broken off or something?
Ooh, yes, it definitely does look like the hatch has potentially like there's signs that it isn't completely rusted open or rusted closed, that it could definitely be open.
Well, think we're obviously going to have to reopen the hatch and start looking down underneath it.
Yep. Let's do it. I will open the hatch.
So it's going to be a strength test for someone to open the hatch.
Oh, blurg. Okay, I can do that. Oops, the result is 3.
Ooh.
The
So
hatch opens me.
Blixum strains at it and is not able to open the hatch.
Well, I can try, but I've got 0. Does anyone else have more strength than that?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Okay.
Strength is 1.
I was figuring this is still not remarkably high. I'll try.
Go ahead and call out what your result is when you get it.
You didn't see 8.
Oh. All right. So Clementine also strains, is unable to open up the hatch.
Well, we loosened it for you, cat. Or for your human pet, I mean.
I mean, I can try.
What did you get?
I mean, it's still.
Oh, come on.
Goody.
Maybe all 3 of us got together and pulled. We'd manage to get it up. One more person left, though.
At this point, Gromac will be grumpy and think he can do better than everybody.
Oh, don't forget, so that each hour of play, you get 1 heroic die, which is a d6 that you can add to a roll, any roll. You can only, since you're level 0 and 1, or level 0, you can only hold 1 at a time. But then each hour you'll get another one. So in about 15 minutes, you will get a second one if anyone wants to.
Then I'm going to use mine.
You can also, so you can spend it to add a d6, or before you roll, you can spend it to give yourself advantage. But the after the roll is just an extra d6.
That's better than advantage.
Yeah, I'll go with advantage. What is the? I can't remember what's the command.
It's 2d20
K1.
K1. So
K1.
K1 keeps the higher one, KL1 keeps the lower one.
Okay.
Wait,
Good
you rolled
God.
1d20.
I
though.
rolled only 1.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of hope in this last d20. Oh no.
So,
Hey, I got a 9.
and if someone else wants to spend their heroic die, they could add a d6 to that roll.
Okay.
So it just be roll 1d6 plus nothing. It's just gonna roll 1d6 and add it to the 9. So with some encouragement from Clementine, Gromac is able to, with a strain and the sort of shriek of this rusted iron hatch turning, it lifts up, and you hear a weak voice down below that says, "Hello, is there someone there?"
So I called back to him. Hello, we're looking for. I've forgotten the name. We're looking for the person who came out here a while back.
Bocco Celestini or something like that.
Celestine, yes.
Oh,
So can we come on in? Where are you exactly?
so there's a rusty iron ladder that leads down dozens of feet into a dark area below. If you've got a lantern, you can see it's about 50 feet down. There's what appears to be perhaps a large room. The though it's 50 feet down, the little hatch ends about 10 feet down, and then the room opens up below that. So there's like a 40-foot ceiling. At the bottom, by a large pack, is a human man who sort of seems to be resting there.
Okay, so I guess I climb down to get closer to him and talk to him.
So you climb down and you see that you're in an octagonal room. There's 8 doors leading from this room. The ladder goes all the way to the bottom, and Bocco Celestini had been sort of leaning up against the ladder with a comically large pack, which includes a locked chest.
Oh.
Well, Mr. Celestini, was it your intent to break your contract with Telagine?
Oh, no, it was not.
Straight up call it about.
He looks very pale and unwell. I came here, and I was part way across the field before the humming spiders started drinking my blood. I barely got down into the hatch and closed the door, and then I got it closed, and I barely climbed down without falling to my death.
Well, it is night, and the spiders are inactive. If you wish to escape this place, now is the time.
We think they're inactive.
They were inactive.
I'm not certain if I'm strong enough to climb back up the.
We will, of course, haul
the
your
ladder.
back up on your behalf.
I mean, will we? Because it took 4 of us to open this hatch.
I mean, we can take the things up one by one.
We can. Have you? By the way, have you explored any of these doors around here, or any of the other areas of this place?
I have not. I have. There's probably some empty wrappers as though he's had a few rations, and drank some water. But he has. I've been here for 5 days.
Oh my.
Well, if we're going to explore down here, I think it would be better to close that hatch. And let's remember that our mules are still out there, and that mules also have blood.
They also have our food on their backs, don't they? Or did we bring it with us?
True, yes. So I guess maybe we should just leave. And we'll charge Mr. Celestini here a price for rescuing him in this manner, and the price is the pack that he carries.
I thought you said that you were searching for me. Someone must have obviously sent you. You mentioned a contract. Did Telagine send you?
Well, our contract is merely to bring back the chest. Note that I think I'm lying, but I'm doing it anyway.
Well, I must keep the chest safe. I of course could pay you some to help rescue me if that's what it would take. But also I do know that there are valuable things here. I had on good authority that someone previously had come here and come away with several sacks of living stone brick, which could fetch a fair price. There might be other treasures down here. I'd come for Telagine to see for myself if there was a source of living stone brick here.
But how did you find your chest?
Oh,
If,
I've been entrusted with the chest for many years. It must never be opened.
oh, I understand that. But you mean you carried that chest around with you? I was under the impression that the chest belonged to our employer.
Oh no, he merely also knows that it's important that the chest never be opened. Terrible things would occur if the chest were open.
Hmm. Well, I think since we got to all the trouble of getting here, we should look around. I'm speaking to the group now. We should look around a bit and see if we can find anything of value. If we and then we can bring this gentleman up and return him and the chest to our employer, and maybe we'll
Uh,
bonus first. I don't think.
I'm not sure that I trust him. I mean, he says he's too weak to climb, but maybe he isn't, and our mules are right there.
Yeah, and I see. Well, one
And our food.
bring him back and come out again, but that seems like an awful waste of time. Mm. What do the rest of you think? I mean, do you think it's worth taking the time to have a dig around here? And if so, how can we make sure this guy doesn't, stab us in the back or something? I mean, we do outnumber him.
I mean, we could tie him up until we're ready to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to do that. I'll willing to swear upon the chest that I carry that I will remain here while you explore.
Would you mind just opening your backpack and showing us what's inside?
So he can open up other things. He's got basically a sack of supplies for himself, a bedroll. He has a sword. He has a small chest of, or a small, another small chest which appears to be uh, disorganized books and notes and maps that he has, and various other exploration tools like coils of rope and picks, levers, or crowbars rather, and oil lamps.
Okay, it doesn't look like you're trying to deceive us about whether or not you've actually searched this place already. I'm surprised you haven't if you've been down here for 5 days. Do you think you could actually? Why do you think we should trust you if we decided to stay and explore a little bit?
Oh, like as I said, I will need your help getting out, and I swear upon the chest that I bear that if you just help me return back to the Porcelain Citadel, I will pay you 50 cash, and I'm sure that Telagine is willing to pay you furthermore. Whatever he agreed, I'm certain he will still pay you.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Can I clarify that the chest in question is like, like a metal or a wood chest and not like a human chest?
Yes, it is a wood chest. Ooh,
Justifiable question, though.
examining the
Yeah.
wood
Oh,
chest.
God.
Lance, why don't you make a thought test?
Just a thought.
Yeah, because you have narco herbalism, nomad raiding, and forging. You don't have a specific skill for that is your demon hunter skill. So we're gonna go
No.
with just thought.
Okay. I got a 10.
I mean, that's enough to tell that the chest that he is unwilling to open has clearly got various glyphs and runes on it that you associate with the keeping of demons and other spirits,
Uh-huh.
which must be kept away from the realms of mortals.
Hmm. So it's for keeping these things inside the chest.
Yes, for keeping things
Yeah, okay.
inside the chest that should not be let out.
Okay. Yes, this must be absolutely the chest that cannot be opened.
Okay.
You know what? I now trust this man to wait here while we go search the other rooms. If he can have that chest and not open it, then I trust him not to run away from us.
Okay, I'll take that chance as well. I would hate to leave this place without examining everything, of course.
Okay.
All right. It is also about 5 minutes to 5 p.m. in Central, so let's take a 10-minute break, and we'll come back in about 10 minutes, which would be about 5 after the hour Central Time, to continue.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good,
Perfect.
convenient place to take a break before you start exploring the bottom of the octagonal, these 8 rooms at the bottom of this hatch.
Okay.
Sounds good.